Welcome to Verona, a beautiful city filled with bustling streets and grand buildings, but beneath the charm lies a bitter rivalry between two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets. For years, the Montagues and Capulets have been locked in a fierce feud. Tension runs high in the streets of Verona, as hatred divides the people of this once peaceful city. It was at a grand ball hosted by the Capulets that Romeo, a Montague, first laid eyes on Juliet, a Capulet. In that moment, amidst the music and dancing, love blossomed between them despite the hatred of their families. Later that night, Romeo stood beneath Juliet's balcony, declaring his love. Juliet, equally smitten, confessed her own feelings. Under the starry sky, they vowed to be together, no matter the cost. With the help of Friar Lawrence, Romeo and Juliet were secretly wed. Their love was a beacon of hope, a union meant to end the strife between their families. But fate had other plans. Trouble soon followed. Tybalt, a Capulet known for his fiery temper, confronted Romeo in the streets. Despite Romeo's attempts to keep the peace, the encounter took a deadly turn. In the chaos, Romeo's dear friend Mercutio was fatally wounded by Tybalt. With his dying breath, Mercutio cursed both houses, blaming their feud for his tragic fate. Blinded by grief and anger, Romeo sought revenge. He fought Tybalt in a fierce duel, ending his life. But this act of vengeance came at a great cost. Romeo was banished from Verona. Banished from his home and separated from Juliet, Romeo's heart was filled with sorrow. He left Verona with a heavy heart, knowing that his love for Juliet had led him down a dark path. Meanwhile, Juliet faced her own turmoil. Her parents had arranged for her to marry Paris, a wealthy suitor. Torn between her love for Romeo and her duty to her family, Juliet sought help from Friar Lawrence. The friar gave Juliet a potion that would make her appear lifeless, hoping this plan would reunite her with Romeo. With a trembling hand, Juliet drank the potion, trusting in love to conquer all. Unaware of the friar's plan, Romeo returned to Verona, determined to be with Juliet once more. But what he found shattered his heart. Juliet, lying still and cold, as if in death, overcome with grief, Romeo took his own life beside his beloved Juliet. Moments later, Juliet awoke, only to find Romeo lifeless by her side. In her despair, she chose to join him in death, sealing their tragic fate. As the sun rose, the families discovered the lifeless bodies of Romeo and Juliet. The sight of their children united in death brought an end to the bitter feud that had cost so much. In the face of such tragedy, the Montagues and Capulets finally set aside their hatred. They mourned together, vowing that the love of Romeo and Juliet would be remembered as a lesson of the destructive power of hate and the unbreakable strength of love. The tale of Romeo and Juliet is one of love, loss, and the hope for peace. Let us remember their story as a timeless reminder that love can bridge even the deepest divides.
Please like, comment, share and subscribe to get more stories like this.